What are some ways that, the person who's working from home remotely, like I'm at home most of the day working remotely, and then suddenly it's 3 or 4 days have gone by and I have not actually gone outside. Until I run out of...
Get a dog.
Yeah.
Get a dog.
Get a
That's
dog.
actually
That's
so
actually
true.
a good one.
You can walk my dog if you want.
I'll walk your dog because I'm always traveling. So then I'm always like, what am I going to do with my
Take
dog?
the dog with you.
Yeah. No, that's a great point. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, look, I think wellness toolkit, right? Like, whether you have a team or you need to do it on your own, you need to carve out small chunks of time that you can actually successfully commit to something, right? If you're that person that sits at a desk for 4 hours and doesn't even take a break, put your snacks somewhere further away. Like, put them in your kitchen if you work in your bedroom. Make yourself actually physically move more throughout the day. Like simple little things. Like I tell people all the time, if you're at your desk at work, you got to get up and go to the bathroom. It's not probably right next to your office. You got to go by lunch. So you walk through the path if you're in Toronto. And, you're going to be physical. But when you're sitting at home, that's probably not realistic, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of different things that we can kind of carve out different little strategies for everybody. But, if you're somebody that's glued to a device, take breaks, right? We always say, like, you can't be fixated on a screen. Why do you think in high school there's periods, right, where they have little shifts in time?
Yeah.
You need to reset. You can't just go from meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting and not put buffers, right? So quick little things, put a buffer and use that buffer intentionally.
Yeah.
Like if you have someone who's scheduling meetings, no, you need a 10-minute buffer, 15-minute buffer. If you can't even do that, 10, bare minimum. You can't go into another meeting. I've learned this too. You can't go in from one type of meeting to another and be completely present. Like, what is this meeting about? What are we even talking about? Like, it's just so hard to shift gears.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're about completely different things.
Yeah.
And your brain has to go from like, okay, I'm preparing for this podcast, then I got to do this. And then it's a lot. So if we even have those little gaps, just getting up, going and brewing yourself a new coffee, going to the bathroom, you know what? Get up and do like a quick little movement series at your desk. Like anything to change it up is going to help to actually change your bad habits with your wellness routine, right?
That is definitely something I'm going to start adopting, because the other day I was on back-to-back calls and I realized I was talking for 12 hours.
Oh my
And by the
gosh.
time as I was done, I felt like I had 10 coffees and I was like wired and my brain felt fried. And we're looking at our
Calendar
screen.
blocking.
Yeah.
Calendar blocking.
Yeah.
You have to color code if you're that person who can't
Oh,
separate.
wow. That's next level.
It is. But there's a lot of ChatGPT can help you do this. Color coding your schedule and your calendar and having like intentional gaps to do certain things. Like if you need to do deep work, if you need to want family time, if you want to have, I think if you have everything in a calendar and you otherwise you're just going to put things everywhere. And then all that's going to do is it's just going to add more chaos to an already chaotic life. And you're going to feel more overwhelmed. And then guess what's going to go out the window? Wellness. There's going to be zero time for it because you're not going to prioritize it. It is so much easier to say you don't have time. It's like my 11-year-old who doesn't want to make her bed. I don't have enough time, Mom, because I was like, well, what were you doing? You were getting ready for 45 minutes. So shave off. Why does an 11-year-old need to get ready for 45 minutes? Guys, I don't understand. I don't have the answers to this. But it's just prioritizing certain things. Like we choose to prioritize things that we like. And sadly, we prioritize chaos. We prioritize being rushed. We prioritize just, things that really, aren't for ourselves.
Yeah.
And what's for ourselves? Taking breaks, making sure to be honest, I think I would question too by putting more guardrails up on your schedule and
That's good.
and putting up more barriers to learn to say no. You're probably going to realize that you end the day feeling less anxious. You realize that, you carved out enough time to be productive, right? Because meetings aren't productive.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah.
They're quite honestly, they're necessary, but to a certain dose, right? Like sometimes they're just like, okay, this could have been an email. But they're important and they should be set in certain blocks, especially if you're that person who can't prioritize your schedule.
Yeah.
That's all.
And
Especially if you want to focus on things that are going to make you more wellness focused. I think these are things that can help you.
Well, and sticking with it, right? Because then when a meeting is urgent, I would be the person who would probably shift my break and just say, okay, fine, and then next thing you know, I'm in back-to-back meetings again. So treating it almost as just prioritizing it as much as those meetings.
I was the same way. And you know what? I've really been more intentional since the latter half of last year and the start of this year is the world going to fall apart if I tend to this right away? It's the same problem. It's going to be there an hour from now. So just deal with it when you have the bandwidth to deal with it. Put the guard. I mean, don't let it go for days on end. But, I think it's just important because it also helps to just not put us in a constant state of like flight or fight and just constantly just triggering our stress response. Right. Because we're digital devices want that from us. Right. Like we get addicted to our devices. We get addicted to digital, platforms. We have to be on that email. We have to be on like TikTok, Instagram, but a lot of the times, like nothing's going to happen if you step away from it.
Right.
More often than not, you'll be more equipped to deal with whatever stress is in front of you if you actually like
you can think clearly.
Yeah, totally.
That's great. So I've got one more final question for you. This has been such an enriching conversation. If you could share one sentiment that everyone can leave with as they move into 2026, what would that be regarding health?
Be kind. Be kind to yourself. I think we need to be kind to ourselves. We are such a judgmental society. We criticize ourselves. We don't feel like we're good enough. We don't think that we're doing enough. And we're all busy. We're all so, especially, us in the six, like we're just like, go, busy, chaotic. Everyone's trying to get to the top and do the next big thing. And we all want to be super, successful. And I think, for someone who's been around the block for a while now, been around, I'm older now, guys. Like, I think, I think we just need to not give a, can I swear? Not give a shit. It's to not care so much about, don't do it for others, do it for yourself. Like actually start thinking about what's going to make you happy. Why are you doing it? Like, I think, I used to chase things so much, if I do that, then this will be, this is the goal. And I realized the goal was not self-sustaining for me. It wasn't about me. I was like, this is so like fake. I think I just felt this pressure. Whereas, as I got older, I just said, you know what, I need to do this for what's important to me, my family, my happiness. I need to preserve my inner peace. Because honestly, like we take on a lot. And sometimes you have to ask yourself, what is this doing for us? If it's not actually going to bring you happiness now, so the same thing goes with like, we all want to be healthier. We all want to look great. We all want to feel good. We all want to be a certain size. We all have these desires. And I think, when you look at wellness, it is for most people something that will get deprioritized. So I think if you're kind to yourself and you have something that's sustainable, I'll just wrap it up. If you have something that's sustainable that you can commit to and realize it's not a race, and you check in with yourself every so often about what those goals look like, I think, you have a higher chance of actually succeeding.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you don't even know where to start.
That's so true.
That's so true. Well, thank you so much for coming on this show. Can you tell our viewers where they can find you and where they can get some more information?
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me. It was so great to be here. So Integra Health is my business. We are a full suite of health and wellness services under two roofs now. I can't say one. We have virtual services as well across Ontario. So, we're here for your primary care, your mental health, your physical health, and your wellness and rehab and cosmetic needs. You can find out more about me and our business there.
Yeah, well, thank you. It's been such a great conversation.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us at the table. And I hope our viewers out there got some tangible takeaways as they set their intentions for 2026. So let's make this a great year to remember, and starting off with wellness. So for those of you who are tuning in, thank you so much. Check out our episodes every month wherever you stream podcasts. And we'll see you next time at Table 6.
Yay. Bye. Thank you.